Hello viewers, welcome to Core for Any. Flutter's text app inside today we need to see this here the contact us UI and as well as need to call this here the API, REST API, post methods need to call here. First of all need to making here the UI. Now need to go inside the menu and to create here the new files and to give this here the name contact us view. Dots. Now need to create here the stateful widgets and to give this here the name contact us view, and to also import here the material dependency. Now need to create here the scaffolds and to develop here the app bars. Right here app bars and to give this here the UI locations 0.5. Then after need to set this here the background colors, color white. Then after need to set this here the leading icons for the back buttons, icon button. On press events we need to call this here the context extension methods for the pop methods, context.pop extension methods like. And now need to put this here the icons, need to set here the image assets, give this here the back icons. Now need to find out here inside the asset folders, copy here back buttons, relative path, and to put this here. Then after need to give this here the width and height, so need to give this here the 25 like this sets, and we need to configure this like this here the app bars. And now need to set here the titles. First of all need to center titles, need to set here the true. After set here the title, create here the text fields and to give this here the titles as a contact us. Set here the styles, text styles need to set here. Colors, T color primary text, set here font size 18, and we need to set this here the font weight, extra bold 800 like these settings here, and to configure this here. And also need to set this here the scaffold background colors, need to set here the white colors. Now need to create here the body, and first of all need to making this here the single child scroll view. Add down here scroll view. Create here the children's and to give this here the columns, set here. And now need to set here the padding, symmetric, horizontal 20, and verticals need to set this here the 25, set here. Now need to develop here the text fields, need to making here. First of all need to set this here the link line text field, and also need to declare here the some variables. Text editing controller txt name, Samlac need to create here the email address, subject, and message. Last one is message. Like this we need to write down here, and now need to give this here the titles, need to set here the name. In text need to set here enter name, and now need to set here the controllers txt name like this sets here for the text fields, And now need to give this here some height space size box to need to use here, and give this here the height 15, so need to set this year's const value. And yes, now need to copy and to give this here the email address email, and now need to enter email address. Like here's again, now need to copy and to paste this here's. Now need to set here's subject, and need to write down here enter subject. Like again, now need to copy and to set this here the message, and enter message. And now need to change this here the text field name txt emails txt subject and txt message. Like write down here emails inside to set here the keyboard types, text inputs set here the email address, like this sets, and also need to modify here these controls. Now need to give this here the minimum heights and width, need to set here, give this here the integers, minimum line and maximum line. Like years and to past years. And parameters remove here the required sim to give this here the defaults, set here the 1. Like here, now need to past inside the text fields, minimum lines and maximum line. Like this sets here, and also need to set here minimum lines, need to set here the pi, and maximums need to set this here the 10. And now need to develop here the round button, and to give this here the title submit, and need to write down here the UX. Now first of all need to declare here the actions, need to write down here the to do, and to set here the titles as actions. Now need to create here the void functions action submit, like this. And now need to call this action here inside the on press this event, and also need to write down here the API slash comments to do, and to write down here API calling. And now need to write down here void API context submit, and pass here the parameters string parameters, like here. Now first of all need to validate here the input text. First of all now need to set here if conditions. If txt name is empty, then to call this here the alerts, need to write down here the md show alerts, need to set here the error, and we need to please enter name error message, need to showing here, and to return these functions not executes the next part. If this valid, then to another checks here the email address txt emails, and to check here is email, and to check here is not email, then please enter valid email address. Like this, need to error message need to showing here. Now also need to give this here the for subjects. If subjects text fields are the empty, and to enter here the please enter subject like here's, and also need to last ones for the messagings, txt message, and we need to give this here the enter message like this sets here. Now need to call this here the another extension methods and editings, and now need to call this here the API submit. Now need to pass here the parameters. First of all need to give this here the name, then after email address, then after subjects and message need to like 4 parameters need to passing inside this API call. So need this here. Now need to set here the name txt name.text. Same as now need to copy and to paste this here the 3 times, and to write down here semicolons and to fix this here. Now need to set here the email txt email. Now need to set here the subject txt subject, and also need to set this here the message txt message like this. Need to call this here the API. Now inside need to write down here the API calls. First of all need to load here the HUD globes.show HUD need to call here, and now need to call this here the API calls service call dot post methods. Need to call this here. Now need to pass here the parameters and to give this here the path. First of all need to declare this here the sv dot, and we need to go here base URLs and to declare here copy and to paste this here. Now need to set this here contact us and set here also contact us, save, and now need to use paste this here. Now here this not token API, that's why need to not this need here the is token API need to not needs, but we need to needs here the success blocks response object assigns brackets, and now need to calls here the failure blocks and to get here the errors assigns and blocks like this. Need to calling this here the API, then after if any gets any errors, now need to write down here the show HUD hides need to call first of all, and then after need to show this here the error message md show alerts, and to set here the error and to give this here the message names errors to string like this. Need to write down here and to semicolons of the and this terminate, and now also need to get here the if success or fail response. Need to write down here the response objects and to check this here the status for this API, and now need to check equal to 1 then success, otherwise need to fail here this API. Need to first of all hide this here globally. Need to write down here HUD hides, and now need to copy here the alerts and to showing here give this here the name as a response objects, and to pass this here the e dot message. You need to print here as string. Need to get here, if not gets optionals, then to manually set here the fail message. Same as now need to copy and we need to paste this here like this. Need to set and to showing here the globe dots app names, and to set here the success message. If success, then to pop the screens need to use this here the context dot pop extensions methods need to calls, and to exit the screens like this. We need to calling here, and now we need to go inside the setting view and to configure this UI and to find out here the context tabs row. Need to find out here, and now need to set here first of all set here the context dot push extension methods. Need to call this here and to give this here the name contact us view, and to set here the const value like this sets. Now need to run these apps and to test these errors. Now building these apps, and now need to show this here the inside the simulators. Checking here. Opens here the simulators. Show here. Now need to select here the profile image. Then after click on the settings, and then after open this here the contact us, and to look like this here the UI showing. And also maybe need to increase this here the heights for the submit buttons. Now need to go inside the screens context, and you need to change this here the 35. Set years. Now again, so need to reload this UI and to showing like this years. Now need to showing enters here the names. Need to give this here the code for any, and now need to set here the email address test@gmail.com, and also need to write down here the message like app not working, and also need to write down here the message login after app are not showing data, and we need to submit here the API, and to get this here the response after the calling here the API status is equal to once, and message sent successfully, and to click on and to back the screens. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any questions, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.